Hello and welcome back to CIUT 89.5 FM. My name is Sydney and I'm here at the Study and Go Abroad Fair at Toronto Metro Convention Center with Michael from UNSW Sydney. Hi, Michael.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So, Michael, could you just tell me a little bit about UNSW Sydney?
Yeah, absolutely. So UNSW Sydney is now ranked 19th in the world as a global institution. So we're a bit of an academic powerhouse globally as well as in Australia. But the great thing about it is we're also 8 minutes from the beach. Australia has some of the best beaches in the world. So if you want a bit of a great lifestyle as well as some strong academics, UNSW Sydney is the place to go.
Wonderful. 8 minutes from the beach, huh?
8 minutes.
In terms of location, are you guys more in the city of Sydney or outside, or where are you guys kind of situated?
Yeah, so we're only 20 minutes to the Central Business District, which is Australia's equivalent of downtown. So we've got that city feel while being close to the suburbs and the beach, as I just mentioned.
And how big is UNSW?
Yeah, so we're on one block. What I like to say is roads surround us, but once you're on campus, you don't cross a road. Mm-hmm. But we still have about 60,000 students, with about a third of them is international, so about 20 to 25,000 international students from over 135 countries.
Wow, 135 countries. How many students would you say are from Canada or, North America?
Yeah, so Canada, we're still trying to build up a much bigger population. North America as a whole, we generally get more study abroad and exchange students, but we're hoping to get more full degree students coming through. We'd love to see them on campus, and they love to be there. The lifestyle in Australia is amazing.
Would you say there's a large international community then?
Yeah, so we've got some dedicated programs for international students, some units available to work with them on their visas and healthcare, as well as the application process and recruitment.
Oh, wow. So you help kind of students get adjusted and, pull the international students in? Yeah,
and they've got dedicated welcomes on campus as well. And then the week before classes start for each of our terms or semesters, there's orientation week is what we call it, or O week. It's for all students, but there is clubs and societies that try to recruit you, and that's where you build a lot of your friendships for your study.
Oh, wonderful. Would you say there's any large cultural differences coming from, Toronto to Sydney, or?
Yeah, so it is very similar culturally. Mm-hmm. There is some differences. I was just talking earlier at the fair about how most domestic students or Australian students won't live on campus. They'll either live off campus or live with their parents still. Mm-hmm. And that's a cultural thing. I didn't move out of home until well after uni as well. It's just what Australians seem to do, whereas people in Canada and North America as a whole tend to want to live on campus and have that dorm life, whereas Australians don't see it as a requirement for study or a need. Mm-hmm. Differences in terms of cities and countries. We don't tip in Australia; it's built into our prices. Whereas you tip here, mm-hmm. Little bits and pieces like that. But as a whole, it's culturally much more similar than other places around the world. Everyone's super friendly, quite relaxed, that kind of thing.
You mentioned that Australian students typically live at home. Is there a lot of accommodation available for international students at UNSW?
Yeah, so there is on-campus accommodation available. It's very competitive. Mm-hmm. And then if you can't get it on campus, we have a lot of providers nearby campus with either a walking distance or short commute that we work with as well. And as I said, a lot of international students will take up these offers for that. Wow,
interesting. You mentioned earlier that you might have some notable alumni. Is there anyone that you have in mind?
Yeah, so we do offer undergraduate, postgraduate and PhDs at UNSW. Mm-hmm. And I was speaking earlier about the chair of Tesla that took over from Elon Musk, who did complete her Masters of Commerce at UNSW Sydney.
Wow.
Robin Denholm, yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating.
I told you, academic powerhouses at UNSW.
Yeah, that's so true. Well, thank you so much for being on the radio. Is there a way for people to, do you have a website or anything that people can look up to learn more information about this?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you just put into Google UNSW Sydney or future students UNSW, you'll get a hold of the international and domestic teams, and we'll be able to put you in the right place or help you through the application or inquiry process as well.
Well, thank you so much, Michael. Just a reminder, we are here at the Study and Go Abroad Fair at the Toronto Metro Convention Centre. The convention runs until 5, and we're here till 4 doing live broadcasts. So yeah, come on down. Come say hi.